Hi folks, I'm SilmarUK and welcome back to my playthrough on the Planet Zoo beta, which is now live. Today we are carrying on our playthrough of the career mode and we're on to the second part, which is the silver level. Last time we completed the bronze level. If you're interested in my content, you can find more details at silmaruk.net, but I live stream 3 times a week. I produce other gaming videos on YouTube, of which this is one series, but there's also Greek Lore and Shadowrun Returns. And I also write some blog articles which will be appearing on my website and at other locations. So please, if you're interested, check out the website. And if you like the video, please give it a like on YouTube. Consider leaving a comment if there's anything you want to say or any questions you want to ask. And also, please consider subscribing to the channel, as that will let you know when I put other stuff up and does show support, which is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. We will get ourselves back into the game. Here we go, and we should be able to resume from where we left off. It's the end of the bronze level. And we had to start building a zookeeper house. Okay. So we did some basic adjustments to some of the enclosures.
Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Now that makes sense. So keeper hut, not keeper house. Right, so keeper huts are found in the facilities menu. Classic keeper huts small, keeper huts small, Planet Zoo keeper hut small. Ooh, I don't have to worry about money, so I'm going to go with the classic.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. But bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. Right. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Okay. Utilities. Transformer.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Right.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Uh-huh.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat. From scratch. And
Yay.
wood and concrete, I expect. So go ahead and build it. And don't forget the habitat gate. It's always best to place the habitat gate close to the keeper hut. As it happens, there's one quite near to the trade centre. Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Right, so there's the trade centre. Find habitat map and barriers here. Concrete, glass. So, there we go. Right. Okay, cool. So, cool, that works. Let's try that again. Actually, no, we do want that to be there. But we then want to make that glass so that there's the donation bucket.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a minimum height of 4 meters.
Okay, this is actually quite cool. Right. Oh ho! Bengal tigers. Let's make it 5.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
I think I want to put some more windows in if you don't mind. Oh. It's the career mode. It's showing me how to do things. I don't have the option, apparently. So, animal trading it is. Anushka Raynash. Maybe? Whoa, they're expensive. Okay. And let's send these to the zoo. And let's have them in here, please. Right. They're on their way. What's that? Ooh. Tiger. So objectives wise, no eating the keeper when they come in with your friend. Right, actually. Centre Zoo. Okay, yeah, you're
Whilst
not being
our
brought in.
trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Right. Habitat. Food tray large.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Hey, terrain. Water tool. Calm water, rough water. Calm water. Are you feeding the tigers? I mean, that's good. But now I can't put water in. Oh, why?
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Okay. Can't do any more with that. So, habitat. Frozen blood pumpkin and a rubbing pad. Wow. Let's get the rubbing pad there. And let's have a frozen blood pumpkin.
Okay,
there.
it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Right. Small shelter. That's a small shelter. Yeah, that seems appropriate. It's close to the water and the food, but it would give them some privacy. If I put some food... Yeah.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Okay.
Rightio. Click on the Terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Right.
Okay then, open the Terrain Editing tool, select Painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare. Right then. All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab. Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Okay.
You can find all of the plants you need in the Nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Right. So... Pine trees and bushes. Oh, okay. Bracken, hawthorn. So that's bracken. That's the hookthorn tree. Right. And the tiger does not like the hookthorn tree or the wattle bush. So hookthorn tree. Demolish. Okay. So environment. Okay, so we have to go for plants. Okay. I don't know. Scots pine, corkwood tree. How can I see the information? White birch tree, Scots pine. No, the white birch tree is North American. Oh, no. Click on that. Get rid of it. Right. Aha. Okay. Holy crap. Tiger. Environment. The wattle bush. That's bracken. It's the hawthorn. That's the wattle bush. Wattle bush. Wattle bush. Okay, so banana palm. Okay. So you want tropical, temperate, grassland. Right. So in terms of plants, continent is Asia. Those trees were absolutely huge. Africa grassland. Bookform, Africa. Didn't want those. Scots pine, climbable. White birch tree, no. Cool.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay. So we are just going to save our zoo. Cool. So, thank you very much folks for watching. That means we've now completed the silver level on the Planet Zoo career mode. And we'll next be moving on to the gold level. If you've liked the video, please consider giving it a like. Leave a comment or a question if you have any. And consider subscribing to the channel as it will let you know when I go live when I put new videos up, and it shows support, which is much appreciated. Please also consider visiting SilmarUK.net for more information about my live streams and to see blog articles as and when I put them up. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for more of the Planet Zoo career mode.